So we now vibrate Father's Spirit, totally rely on our Father in everything we do. It's not a second goes by that we're not conscious of Father. It's just the way we are. That's how you know. You say there's some people who go through the whole week and then suddenly have a thought about our Father. Because it's coming up to time when they perhaps go to church or the synagogue or something like that. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, let me just I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hang this back up, okay? And just remember that. Yeah? The two little levels. You should have seen it, shouldn't it? No. I've got to leave that one. Oh, I'm sorry. My mind drifts to different things all the time, you know. Let me just hang this up. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll put the light out. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Excuse me. I've had a great day today. I'm so sorry for showing my chest. Put yourself up, Joseph. Excuse me. It's just when you're riding a bike, sometimes it's nice to, you know. Are you sorted, Joseph? I am. Oh, me hair. What's happening, Joseph? Excuse me a minute. Tell us something. Joseph. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about me. Now get yourself behind there. Behave yourself. You've got to control your clothes as well, haven't you? Sometimes trying to control your hair. Well, one day it's wanting to do this, the next day and just wanting to do that. You think to yourself, what? Has it got a mind of its own? Alright. Now, I have to be serious now. Are you ready for this? Now please, this is where I have to get serious. Just take a breath. Just right. When I read this, please. There are many people who've looked at this and they sort of get it, but they're always looking for timings, they're always trying to work out our father's dates. I don't do that. But what I do know is this, my father says to me, you know the times and the seasons, Joseph. I do, Father. You can sense that there's something very serious coming. I do, Father. Then more than. Well, Father, this ancient text is very hard hitting, and it's something that it's hard for me to touch this because I know I get the feel, just like when I'm so sensitive now. It makes me tell them how we feel. I'll tell you how it makes us feel. If you can imagine you were there 9/11, right? And you were there in New York, next to the Twin Towers. The most beautiful day, peace. The sun was shining. It was gorgeous. The day was glorious. Not a cloud in the sky. And out of the blue, what? The heart sinks. If you were there. If you were literally there. If you were literally there that day. If there's anyone listening right now, tell them. Express how your heart sunk that day. Now, can you think of anything else? Your heart just sinks. The shock. Remember, not long after there was another one, which was a greater shock. Sent the whole area into confusion. Confusion, right? Now, transfer that into the event. Everybody's waiting for the event. The event. What is it? When is it? I can't give you a date. As Father, it's nothing to do with me. But I do know. Father says, give them a heads up. And so, here I am. Listen. I'm so sorry this is going to be... it's got to be done. I've got to do it. Even though it's very hard to do. This is taken from the Berean. Perhaps I should go to the Hebrew. Maybe not. Let's just leave it at this. If you want to check the Greek, sorry, it's from the Greek scriptures. I've got Hebrew on I got Hebrew on my brain. I sometimes read the wrong way, and I'm thinking, which way is which? It's all confusing. If you only could just read the right way, and it would all make sense then. The Hebrew way. Oh, yes. It would all make sense. Like in Babylon, you see, Babylon. Everything was confused and turned upside down and left to right. And it all went for, and everybody lost their, and there was confusion. Confucius. Confucius. So, think about confusion. The whole confusion is coming. Right? And when we read these things, look further into it. Yeah. Let's see if we can look a little bit further into this. Now, listen carefully. Listen. And when I saw the Lamb open the sixth seal, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black like sackcloth of goat hair, and the whole moon turned blood red, and the stars of sky fell to the earth like unripe figs dripping from a tree shaken by a great wind. The sky receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. Now then, what is all that about? What it's all about? Let me think. Well, the Lamb. Who was the Lamb? We know who the Lamb is. We know who the Lamb is. The Lamb. He opens the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. Oh, when he opens it, there's a great earthquake. Now think about it. Earthquakes. There's not just earthquakes, real earthquakes. It can be a frequency that causes in communities, in governments, an earthquake. An earthquake. It is the words that are spoken that can create the earthquake. And the sun became black, like sackcloth. Black. The sun became black, like sackcloth. So we have now the sun. And now we're going to talk about the moon. Remember what, if you in Tarot, remember what the sun and the moon, think of it spiritually. Come on now. Goat's hair. Now goat's hair. Now think about it. If we went back into Israel, who used to use the goat's hair as a covering? And when did they use it? Well, mainly it was the fucking prophets. The fucking prophets, when they had something to say. And it was all, the goat's hair. You get what it means now? So the prophets. The whole moon turned blood red. The moon. The moon. So we have a male and a female. The moon and the sun. Black and red. You see? You get what I'm trying to get at? So, it is the spiritual meaning behind it. So the sky, listen, no, it says the stars of the sky fell to the earth. The stars? How can the stars fall to the earth? They're in an orbit. That doesn't make fucking sense. Oh, does it mean something else? Oh, it could mean something else. Oh, the stars. Oh, we ever heard that before? Stars? Stars in somebody's hand. Oh, the stars in Yeshua's hand. The 7 stars. Oh, so it could mean something spiritual, the stars. That's right, Joseph. Thinking in a spiritual way. What do the stars represent? Falling from the sky. So, stars. Not in Jesus' hand. These are not in Jesus' hands. And it all happens at a certain period of time. When the sun and the moon is affected. Together. Oh, dim and gloom of the prophets. And the red, the stop signs. There's the fucking warning here, there's a fucking warning. And the blowing of the fucking trophies. If you get it, I'm getting the timing. Right? No. I don't give you any dates, but I'm sensing. Now, the sky receded. Not before. No, hold on, Joseph. Yes, that's right. They fell to the earth like unripe figs. Unripe figs. That means they weren't purely timed right. They were not finished off. Unripe. What is representative of an unripe fig? Think about it. Yeah, they are stars, but they are unripe. And they fall from the, what element? From the sky. So think is spiritually. What is representative of the sky? You know that, you see. Now, what we have today is an old heaven and an old earth. The old heavens are those stars in positions of oversight of this beautiful earth, and they made it a fucking shit mess. Oh. It's a good job I've come to save the day. Actually, we haven't come to save the day. The Father is the only Saviour. He's the only Saviour. Yeshua, Jesus, will tell you that. He'll say, don't rely on me. I'm just a man. Or a woman, whatever. I'm just a man. Just like you. Oh yes, my Father is with me. But I'm just a man. Just like you. Trust my Father. He is our Saviour. You get it? Right? Okay then. Let's carry on. So the figs, unripe figs, dropping from a tree. They're all tied onto a tree. A connection. Remember, the tree is a bit like a web type of connection as well. Yeah. The tree. So also it's connected to the stars. If we want to go into it a little bit further, what stars you see that could fall from the tree that's connected to? The stars copied, linked in a grid formation connected to the main source, the tree trunk. Is this about to blow up? Is it? Unripe figs, stars, all coming down. And then what happens? The project is a waste of time. And it's gone. AI. Oh, AI. Oh, you're going to die. Oh, AI. Oh, you're going to die. It's not me who's saying that. It's the ancient prophets. Let me just read it. The sky receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. The sky proceeded like a scroll being rolled up. What do you do when you roll up a scroll? Huh? So, all those codes, everything you put into the scroll, representative of the wonderful technology you've placed up there, but it'll be rolled up like a scroll. All the figures, all the numbers and all everything will just, and it'll go crazy and things will come and it'll poof. Listen, I might be full of fucking bullshit. All I'm doing is just reading what John actually saw when the Lamb opened the sixth seal. This is what happened. The sky receded like a scroll, being rolled up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. What does the mountains represent? Come on, you tell readers. Governments, kingdoms. Remember what the kingdom is that we bring. It was cut out a rock, not by hands, and it became a large mountain. You get what I'm saying? What it represents. So, let me read this again. I hope we know what a mountain represents. Every mountain and island was moved from its place. Okay. The event. Let me just put the light on. Let me put this over. Keep this warm. I still haven't got any heating on, you know. I'm alright. If I do plenty of exercise, it just heats my body up for the rest of the day. If I never did any exercise, I get cold. I would have to put the heating on if I didn't do exercise. That's the truth. If you do exercise, it warms your body up for the rest of the day. You've got to get a bit of a sweat on, though. You know what I smell of? Roses. No. Sort of oranges. They're lemons, spices. I'll make me one stuff up. I've got special ingredients to make. It's neither aftershave nor perfume. It's in between. So both could wear it. I'll make me own. There's nobody got anything like what I've got. And there's so many different. It's like chemistry. You've got to get the right smell within the right smell, with this smell and this smell. And when you combine them all together, you create a beautiful, unique smell. And that's me. What did you say? I stink. Can you imagine the smell? Joseph, what do you smell like? Have you ever smelled honeysuckle? You know the flower, the honeysuckle. Have you smelled it? I think it's got a bit of that smell. It's got a smell of that. And I cannot tell you anything else because I'll reveal what it is, and I'm not going to. No. Anyway, shall I leave it at that? The event. Please prepare. Remember, the night that Jesus, Yeshua, was arrested. It was a shock. Not to Yeshua. He knew. He was trying to warn them. But they were too fucking drunk. They've been fucking drinking. They were merry. They were drunk. Not pissed, but they were very merry. You didn't know that, did you? That's what made them tired. You know when you get a bit of, you've had a bit of a good party, and you've had a bit too much. You know. They all had a skinful. All had a skinful. What do you mean by that, Joseph? A skinful. You know, wine came in skins. Little goat skins. Yeah, it was tether. That's the old saying, isn't it? You've had a fucking skinful, like you? I did. I did have a skinful. So, they were very sleepy. You see, Yeshua, he couldn't have a drink. He couldn't have a drink. He had to have a clear head. So he didn't drink that night. No. He had to have a clear head. He didn't want them not to have a good time in Passover. Come on, boy. Oh, yeah, man. Let's enjoy ourselves. And they talked about all the things that they'd been experiencing. To be there. The conversations that we all had together was wonderful. We used to visit our families en route. Remember, every one of them had a family. And on the routes, they would see their families. And they would see girls as well, girlfriends. And the girlfriends, oh yes. And the girls used to look forward to them coming through their area. Because they were well known. Oh yes, they were well known, these fishermen. Oh yes. And the tax slacker. Oh yes, he was well known as well. and Yeshua's brothers. Yeah, and they look like him as well. Oh yes, look very much like him. Very much like him.